Okay.
I
Okay.
can
Okay.
I can hear you and see you. Mhm.
I can hear you and see you too.
Awesome. How was your day today?
Oh gosh, it's been crazy. I'm so glad I'm here. Ready to
Well, that's
settle
the
down a little
feeling.
bit. Oh my
There we
goodness.
go.
It's been it's been chocker block full, and as soon as I get done here,
Uh-huh.
I could go to another meeting, but I also have somebody who has called me from Northern California to go and check their house. I have the key to their house, something
Oh,
about
wow.
their solar, to go and walk through the house with them on the phone.
Uh-huh.
See what's going
Okay.
on. Oh my.
Yeah, my day started out kind of crazy, but it ended up fairly well at the end.
Yeah.
I'm still in a rental, but I'm not having to pay. That's the good part.
That sounds familiar. What's going on? Maybe we need to talk. Are we talking about a rental home, apartment,
No,
whatever?
a rental van.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
about to admit someone here. This looks like
Good.
David.
Oh, good.
Let's see. Well,
And
hello,
David,
hello, hello.
is it,
Welcome
is it,
home.
let me
Who do we
see.
have here?
Is it David from Africa?
I'm not sure which David it is. They have to come on camera. Ah, it's my god brother David.
Ah,
Welcome home, brother. You got to unmute yourself.
down in the corner.
It's oh, he's driving right now. Looks
Oh,
looks like he's driving. Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
well, um,
He's been on Zoom before with me, so he knows how to
okay,
operate it. Yeah.
okay.
He just has to unmute himself
Mm,
when he gets someplace safe.
I am in a casita, not the
Casita.
house
Okay.
that
My
not,
Spanish is horrible, so you
it
got to
means
help me
little
there.
house. It's a little house, but it's really like an apartment.
Oh, okay.
It's got a bed, a chair that a couch kind of thing I'm sitting in. I think it's a futon, a little refrigerator, and bathing facility. That's it. So, and it's really nice that they let me come in here. Last week, oh my, it was so hot and humid, and a lot of people's solar power was like stressed. And
Now, are you still in Mexico?
I'm in Mexico right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I will be for a while.
Yeah.
I was in a rental vehicle, and then now I'm in a loaner. If that,
Okay. Sounds familiar.
yes, and uh, and it's all the way around. I mean, it's a hilarious story. You gotta see the humor in it.
Oh, yeah, that's the only way to see stuff like this.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How are the kids doing? All the grown kids.
They're doing wonderful.
Good.
Yeah, they're doing great. You can hear us, Dave? Can you say something real quick? Or a thumbs up? I don't
Or
know if you can hear me.
he may have us quiet. Well, in 2 minutes, the front porch officially opens the
Yep,
doors.
it sure does. I have to still
My
admit
friend,
everyone, so I'm going to announce every time someone else is about to be admitted, I'm going to announce it so we can all tell them welcome home.
yes.
I think it's going to be a very interesting night.
Yeah, I found out something interesting. I don't know if I told you, we have a orphanage here with 60 people.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah, you did tell me that at once.
yeah, so I asked Lizette who kind of runs it. She says it's somebody new so anyway, we need to find out
Okay, who
and
do
go
we have
visit.
here? We have Lois. She's about to be admitted.
Okay.
Hello,
I
hello, hello, Lois. Welcome home.
Hi
Looks like we have
Lois.
Thomas about to be admitted.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome home, Thomas.
Hi, everybody.
Hi
Hi,
Thomas.
Lois.
Hi Lois.
Thomas just came on. He has to get unmuted.
Mhm.
How's
So I
that?
got my phone call.
We
Hello
can hear you.
Thomas, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome home.
Oh, it's good to be here.
So we're on the front porch right now and admitting people to the meeting as they come on in. We get started at 7:30,
Okay.
but we sit out here on the front porch just chit-chatting until the meeting starts. We have an esteemed guest that's going to be speaking for about 15 minutes and then some few questions and answers. There he is. What's happening,
Sorry about
brother?
that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hi.
So we're about to admit Quanta. We can give her a big hearty welcome home.
Welcome home. That's better.
Yeah. Hey, Quanta, welcome home. Welcome home. I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you. Hi.
Me too. Where's your pretty face?
I know you weren't. She said she wasn't feeling too well, so she wasn't going to get on camera.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But she is still making it though. That's what matters. And Thomas is
Yeah,
in,
there we
so
go.
you're on the same, I think you might be on the same time zone as Teresa because she's on Mexico time. Is that the same time zone as you, Thomas?
It's
Yes.
Pacific time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep. So
Yes,
you
sir.
guys are on, it's afternoon for y'all.
Yes, it is. Getting into the evening time.
So buenas tardes.
We're about to admit Davian Floyd. As soon as he comes in, just give him a big hearty welcome home. Hey, welcome home, Davian.
Welcome home.
He's got to
Hi,
get on
welcome
mic.
home.
Who is this? Oh, there's Arthur. Arthur's coming in.
Yay.
I had a good conversation with him the other day.
He's
Gotta
my
wait for
buddy.
him to finish joining. Yeah, he said you're the one who introduced him to Rotary. Here comes
No,
my
that's
best
not true.
friend from 50 years. Well, not necessarily introduced, but
He was a rotor actor.
yeah, that's right. So we have Patty coming in. Welcome home, Patty. Glad you could make it.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
Welcome home,
Patty.
Marlon's
Oh,
back again. Welcome
yay!
home.
Yay! Great. Great to see everybody. I literally I thought I was gonna have to log in from the car. Because I was out with a group and I'm so happy to be here. Yay! Okay.
We have a nice little grouping here. So far we have Marlon Bell, we got Teresa, Arthur, David, my god brother, Davian Floyd, Thomas, my brother-in-law. We have our esteemed guest Lois. We got Patty, Quanta, and my note taker. Welcome home, everybody.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, we're going to be getting started at 7:30. This is just our front porch time to just kind of I was about to do some Marine Corps stuff, Thomas. You know what I was about to say, shoot
Mm,
shoot the where we
Yeah.
just chat a little bit until we get
Really,
started.
Well, Willie, while we get started, and hello, everybody, greetings from New York.
Hi,
Hey, guys.
Patty.
Hey, it's Lois. So I want to tell a little backstory about me and Lois. So me and Lois became really good friends through the Audible app, Clubhouse. You guys are familiar with Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Some,
Yep.
Yes.
some maybe, some may. So we became friends on Clubhouse, and that's why she's invited today because of all the great work she's doing on Clubhouse. But Lois has been doing Clubhouse now for 5 years, put together this beautiful organization called Ever Mindful, which I'm sure she's going to tell you about.
Mhm.
And we became friends. And then she was hosting an real life event. And then she asked me to be a speaker. And then we became a little closer. And we just went to another event with mutual connections. And we became even a little closer. And we stayed together. And then we saw each other over the summer.
We're
I
about
went
to
to her
admit
house.
Shannon. Sorry to interrupt you. We're
Yeah.
about to admit Shannon. Let's give her a good welcome home.
Who is it?
Shannon. Welcome home, Shannon. Welcome home.
Hey,
And
Dr. Shannon.
Welcome home,
we're about to admit Richard Denton.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome home.
Yes.
Okay,
Welcome
I think
home,
I'm
Richard.
in, but my volume isn't working.
We can hear you just fine.
I can't hear you. I can
Oh,
only hear you a little.
Oh, okay.
What is Richard's last name?
Denton.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
Well, very well. Up here in
Can we
Northern Ontario.
Okay. There he is. I wanted to see who Richard was. Nice
Richard
to
is
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Richard is
Welcome
a
home.
friend of mine from Canada, and he's a Rotarian, past district governor in Canada.
I see that. It says PDG, past district governor. Welcome home. Nice to meet you, and I'm glad that you came to visit with us this evening.
Yeah, well, Quanta's definitely one of my mentors.
Okay, well, she is my mentor too. So we have that in common.
And I'll
So
just
we're about to get
put on my hat here. World citizen.
okay.
We have a shirt like that.
Very good.
You see the hat I'm repping, Dad. All right, so I'm sorry, Patty. You can go ahead and continue. I just wanted to make sure we acknowledge people when they come in.
Oh, no, sure. I was just taking advantage of a little porch time, but my friend Lois here, who's going to be our guest speaker, we became friends on a social app and we've met in real person at a few events. And I just wanted to show like the example of like, you maybe know each other virtually, but like you could become lifelong friends besides like doing projects together and helping with this orphanage that we're going to be hearing about. So it's just to me like just so marvelous. And Lois, this is Willie, our new president, and everybody here will introduce themselves, I'm sure. And thank you for saying yes, Lois, also to come and
oh,
share a little
thanks.
bit about the orphanage.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you for the invitation.
So everybody, we're going to be getting started here in about 8 minutes. I want to give everybody enough time to get in here so everybody can participate as we start to move forward and try to stay on schedule this evening. I'm going to do my best, but if you have to leave, if we're running a few minutes over, feel free. That's fine. There's no shame in that. But we're working on getting the schedule down to where we can keep it kind of tight within that 1 hour window. That first one lasted a little bit long.
And
But
Lois, after you share your, the speaking engagement, don't feel obligated to stay.
That's fine. I probably will retire upstairs just because my husband, this is usually our like time where we catch up, but this is definitely more important. So I probably will skedaddle out and let you guys continue your meeting for sure. Thank you.
hmm So let me go through the roll call one more time and see who we got here. We have Teresa in the house. We have David. We have Marlon, Shannon, Thomas, Arthur, I didn't hear Arthur yet. Hey, Arthur, how you doing? Can you come off mic and say hello to everyone?
Hey everyone. Hope y'all doing okay.
Hey,
All right. So we have Arthur. Now my list got messed up here. So Shannon, Thomas, Davian, Lois, Patty, and Quanta, and Richard, past district governor. So Kevin Kendrick, another past district governor, came last time and he said he might not be able to make it tonight. And if he does, it would be a little bit late. But he knows that we're going to have a good time either way. So just a couple of minutes here. Before we get ready to start introducing our guests tonight, and I'm gonna go to this camera over here just so I can be on the beach while I'm talking and still relaxing. So before we introduce our guests tonight, I want to try something just a tad bit different. We're gonna have what I'm calling a mask off moment, or simply our mom. Now, I chose that acronym intentionally because I want to invoke our mom, who's in most people's lives, that's some loving authority figure that many of us picture when we think about somebody who made us feel seen or heard or accepted just, just because we existed. And by invoking that mom, my hope is that it will evoke those same feelings here tonight. Those are two different words, and I mean them in two different ways. So ride with me here for a minute. I raised an autistic child, my son William, and one of the things I've learned is the concept of masking. So many of us uh, do the same thing that the people with autism do, which is mask. They wear that mask just to fit in. They wear it just to survive social situations, and sometimes they wear it just to make it through the day without feeling different. And that's not unique to people with autism. We all do it. Every single one of us wears a mask from time to time. Sometimes we wear it so religiously that we forget that we even wearing it anymore. So tonight we're going to take it off just for a minute. And why are we going to do that? Because we're human, and every day isn't a perfect day. Some days are just regular. Some days are just boring days. Some days are incredible. And then there are days like what I had today and what Teresa had today that make you feel like you've been beat up and run over by a truck and then backed over again for good measure, yet you still here. You still showed up. And sometimes we even show up with the mask fully on, knowing what we went through during the day. And that's okay. That's real life. But if we're serious, and I mean real serious about putting people before projects, and give me a second so I can admit Brandy. Everybody give Brandy a good hearty welcome home as soon as she comes into the global living room. We're leaving the front porch now. Welcome home, Brandy.
Hey,
Good
Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hello, Brandy.
Hey,
to
Hey Brandy.
yes.
So yeah, so I'll continue here. So if we're serious about putting people before projects, which I think is extremely important because people can get worn down, projects are going to be there, but if the people are worn down and they're not feeling like they belong, it's hard to get them to participate. So we have to, if we're serious about putting people before projects, we got to create places where it's safe to take that mask off every once in a while. Safe places where people know they belong before they're expected to contribute. Safe places where people don't have to pretend they're okay if they're not. Now, I don't want anybody to think this means that you got to tell us your deepest, darkest secrets, because that's not what this is. This is just simply giving each other permission to be real. So tonight I'm going to go first. My mask off moment, my mom moment. Today, I just was dealing with this van issue again, where Firestone damaged my vehicle. They trying to deny that they damaged it, but it was working before they went there. I couldn't get my wheelchair off, and I thought that I was going to be without transportation. But Mobility Works, the organization that's been helping me, hooked me up. But regardless of what happened today, I was going to be here, mask on or mask off. But right now it's off, just so that you guys know I'm here and I'm here for you guys. So we're gonna just go around the room and I'm gonna give everybody, a minute to just tell everyone your mom moment, your mask off moment. Let's start with Teresa.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna share something funny. Um, I have this friend and we're on different sides of the fence politically, but we can connect anyway. And sometimes I go to his house and he fusses at his wife, kiddingly saying, Letty, I told you not to let that skinny homeless woman come over here every time we're eating. And the fact is that I have a place to stay. I have a shelter over my head. I have a car to drive, but I wrecked my car and my house is in construction and it's going to be done someday. I don't know when, but anyway, I'm hanging in there, and sometimes I wonder if I have people telling me I'm too soft, and then I try to be tough, and then it doesn't do any good.
Well, thank you for sharing that mom moment with us, Teresa. David, are you able to come on mic? It looks like he might still be driving.
Yeah, drive careful.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. No, he's just listening in. Marlon, are you able to come on mic?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little muffled. You might need to move your microphone a little bit closer.
What about now? You okay, Harry?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So me personally, the good thing for me about getting older, I'm almost 60. Uh, my mom moments are fewer and further between. Um, I do have some issues right now, Willie, and you know my brother Brian, and you also know my sister Lisa. I had a younger sister who passed away. She actually passed away in a dental chair from a antibiotic, and she had a son who was autistic. He's grown now, but he was autistic. And my brother and I kind of disagree on how some things should be ran in his life because he's very smart, but he's really not capable of taking care of himself as an adult. So we have our days where we have our disagreements on how things should go. He's a little closer to him than I am because he grew up with him. But we had one of those days today where we kind of went at it, and but it's all good though. We both understand each other. We both understand where each one of us are coming from. But it kind of wears you down a little bit. But like you say, it actually recharges you and actually gives you the opportunity to look outside and see how another person actually thinks and feels about things. So, but my mom moments, Willie, to be honest with you, they're the older I get, man, the less they come because it just doesn't matter anymore. My grandmother told me a long time ago, if
Well,
something doesn't bother you or doesn't affect you a couple days from after the event happened, it really doesn't matter. So I just live my life according to my faith and keep it moving. So
thank you for sharing that mom moment with us. And I want to encourage everybody to share, and you don't have to give us reasons. You don't have to, tell us anything other than what you want to tell us briefly. And so that we could all see each other and hear each other. So next I have Thomas.
Hello. Can you guys
Hey,
hear me?
welcome on, Thomas. Yeah, you have a mom moment for
Good
us?
to know. Yeah, I do. For those that were not on the stream earlier, Willie had mentioned that I was his brother-in-law, and I still am. Shannon is my sister, who's Willie's wife. Of course, that would make me his brother-in-law. And, I appreciate them both so much. And for me, my mom moment was when Shannon had told me we were discussing some issues that were going on with myself. And of course, I always circle the issues back to, well, other people have more issues than I have and not too concerned about myself. And she said, well, your issues are important as well. And you need to understand that, because I always reflected them back to, hey, I am behind everyone else. And she said, you really got to understand, you have to address your issues too, and not just everyone else's. And that got me thinking. And so I do take my health and other issues that I have with a modicum of importance, but it was all her that got me thinking, hey, it's all rounded, so we need to care for each other and not exclude ourselves. And
Well,
that's
thank you for that beautiful mom moment. um, Arthur, good to hear from you. Me and Arthur had a very decent conversation a while back, for probably about 30, 40 minutes. And I met him for the first time. Very nice young man. I love to hear your mom moment.
Yes, sir. Can you guys see me?
If you are wearing all black, yes, we can see you.
Hold on real quick. Um, my mom moment. I'm gonna say this while I try to get on, but if not, I can still. You guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom moment is that I am I'm currently getting diagnosed for ADHD, and it's one of those things where I do find myself wearing a lot of hats, like having a lot of interests. And even though I do commit to a lot of them, there's just some that could fall by the wayside. And I'm also doing school. So one of the things I worry about is focusing and um, trying not to forget things. Because even though I'm 34, the fact that I forget stuff makes me think of this future where I'm just like, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Memento, where every time the guy wakes up, he just keeps forgetting. So he has like stuff tattooed on him. He has sticky notes on his bathroom mirror. And I think that's my biggest thing at the moment is just trying to focus and do what I need to do to get done, to
Well,
get where I
thank
need to
you.
go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your mom moment with us. We have Brandy next.
Hey everybody. So,
Hey.
I guess my mom moment would be, so I'm a nurse and a mom of many, and my life has just kind of been on autopilot, just go, 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 do, and not really taking care of myself as I should. And I just recently, literally today, finally went and got some things checked out that's been going on with me that I'm just like brushing off, like, oh, it'll go away, and going, actually taking care of myself and getting, answer to what's going on and solution treatment, whatever, needs to happen. Although I shouldn't have put myself on the back burner this long, hey, I'm doing it now. I'm in there trying to get things together so that I can continue to do and be, what I am and who I am to everybody. And that's kind of I'm like, I was hard headed. My husband telling me for months, go get it checked out, go get it checked out. And I'm like, it'll be fine. And yeah, so I'm one of those. I'm just running until my body's like, hey, you going to you gonna check it out or you gonna, keep running. So I stopped running today and I actually went and got checked out and I'm glad I did just to, like I said, get on the plan of getting it figured out and making sure I'm at optimal health to continue helping everybody else.
Okay. Thank you for that mom moment, Brandy. We're about to admit my auntie Edwina Shields, Minister Edwina Shields. So everybody give her a good hearty welcome home.
Hello,
Hello,
Edwina.
sister. Welcome
Hi,
home.
Edwina.
Hello.
welcome home.
So what we're doing right now is we're having a mom moment where people, well, you'll hear people, they're getting about a minute to discuss how they felt for the day instead of just asking everybody how they're doing and everybody always saying fine. We're giving people the opportunity to just open up and feel, let everyone see them a little bit. So next on my list here after Brandy is Davian. I appreciate you coming, brother. Welcome home. And
Thank
give me
you, thank
one
you.
minute because we're admitting someone from Africa and we don't want them to be waiting because it's 2:38 in the morning there.
Wow.
So this is Pastor Wanjala. Everybody give him a hearty welcome home. Let's wake him all the way up.
Welcome home. Welcome
Welcome
home.
Hey,
home.
Pastor.
Welcome home, brother.
Welcome, Pastor.
Welcome home, Pastor. So what we're doing right now is we're just having a little moment where everyone is just basically telling everyone how they're doing in a way, that we discussed earlier. I'll talk to you about it later on. But Davian, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Well, I want to just thank everybody. So right now I'm just balancing rental properties. We have 3 rental properties we managing. Well, pretty much 4 properties we managing, and a tax business, and being a father and a husband at the same time. So just balancing everything right now. It's a juggle, and you don't want to
Okay.
give too much time to everything and not time to the family. So.
Right. Right. Well, thank you for sharing that mom moment with us. And you do a great job juggling. I've stayed at his properties before, so. Next on my list is our esteemed guest, Lois. Would you like to participate?
I sure will. I think my
Thank
mascot
you.
moment today was when I was just realized I was extremely exhausted from thinking too much. And I just laid down on my bed flat out and went, it's meditation time because I can't think anymore. That was my mask off moment. I couldn't think anymore. All the things I needed to do. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing your mom moment with us. And let's get her good best friend Patty next.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, as I'm sitting here, the first thing that came to mind, and honestly, I was trying to like replace it with something, better because there's more than one mom moment sometimes, right? Let's be real. But this one
Mhm.
just keeps surfacing, and maybe because you mentioned the word mom, but like I definitely want to like call my mom, and she's in heaven. So the good part is that I found ways to communicate with her and have a new relationship. But like my mom moment was the stressfulness of like I just want to call her on the phone the old way. you know I want to tell her what's going on, but
Yeah.
it's ironic that I'm a grief consultant, so I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm like, I do have a new relationship with her, and I communicate with her on the new ways. So yeah, that's my mom moment.
Well, thank you for sharing. That was a beautiful mom moment. Okay, next we have Nurse Shani. What's your mom moment? Shannon?
I
Is
think
she
her
still?
audio was having issues.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's move on to Quanta. Do you have a mom moment for us?
I want to walk without pain and see without strain. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing that mom moment with us, Quanta. Let's see, who do we have next? Mr. Denton, would you like to participate? Let me see if I can help you out here with the
Yeah,
unmute.
there, okay.
Okay, he got it. Okay.
Uh, my father gave me the book If, and I try to fill up every um, minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. And I often am not in the ma moment to reflect, but I'm trying to do that now in my somewhat older age. So this morning I was out canoeing for a bit and then cycling for a bit, and I still like my afternoon siestas. But I still need to connect with people like Quanta, and I think that is important is to keep those relationships alive.
Yes. Well, that's definitely what we're trying to do here is to build relationships here. because I think service emanates from that. So next we have, thank you for that moment, that mom moment. Next we have Shannon. Do you have a mom moment for us? You got your audio working?
No, I'm actually on my cell phone.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still working on my laptop, but here's a mom moment. um, let me see. Well, my mom moment. Well, my mask is that I usually tell people we're doing good, and for the most part, we are doing good. But my mask off part is the part that people don't usually see behind the smile is someone that's like constantly juggling activities for the kids, homeschool, caring for my husband with MS, scheduling appointments, just somebody that's wondering if she's going to drop the ball somewhere. So my mask says that I got this all together, but my mask off moment is admitting that sometimes I'm not sure I do, like tonight.
Well,
And
thank you for
forgetting to
sharing.
schedule the kids to chess club for next week.
Thank you for sharing your mask off moment. Hey, there's Pastor. Well, we're going to come to you in just a second, Pastor. Let's go to Edwina. Do you have a mom moment for us? A mask off moment?
Well, I'm just for my mom. For my mom, and mask off would be like I'm just now able to hear because I didn't know which button to push on that. So even though I'm on here, it ain't like I got it all to, like all that. But so the question was, and I didn't hear the other answers. So a mom moment would be
where
like with adult.
where you mask sometimes and you're just basically telling how some things make you a little vulnerable and you cover those things up. We're giving everybody the opportunity to just kind of open up here and get
Okay,
to know each
okay.
other. Mhm.
Right. Well, my mom moment would be well, something like Shannon, just a lot of just trying to make things, trying to just juggle a lot of things, but those
Okay.
things impact the lives of others. So, being at peace with that sometimes, but then when the masks come off, like, God, you trust me, really? With this thing, with all this, really, man, you got great faith, God. So my moment with my mask off is just looking up and saying, God, wow, you trust me.
Well,
Amazing.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing that mask off moment. And I know you have a lot to deal with the residents that you take care of. So,
Hmm.
okay, Pastor. So you kind of heard what's going on. Would you like to tell us your mask off moment all the way from Kitale, Africa?
Actually, I must thank you so much
Yes,
for
sir.
giving me the chance. Yeah, hi, Mama Shields. Giving me a chance to also take part in this meeting tonight. Allow me say, being the first day in the meeting, oh, Papa, hi,
Hi, son.
I salute you, sir.
Okay.
I was begging that you allow me learn, being the youngest in the midst of my elders. I learn a little bit, then I'll share the next time. Can that be
Okay.
allowed, sir? Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes,
Let me
sir.
learn.
Absolutely. But I really appreciate you even taking the time to come at 2:15 in the morning.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Africa where
I
Oh.
you
appreciate so much.
are.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. I'm taking notes. I'm
Well,
taking
thank
notes,
you
so
so
I'm keen
much.
listening. Thank
If
you.
if you
Thank you
doze
so much.
off or if you disappear, we'll completely understand.
No, 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 I can't. I'm on. I'm on.
And we have one other person that I'm about to admit. I don't know who it is. It says iPhone, but we will all find out together and say welcome home to him at the same time before we bring our guest on. And who do we have that just joined us on an iPhone?
Maybe it's Tom.
Tom. Okay. If
Maybe.
that's Tom, Tom, welcome home. Welcome home. We're
Welcome
getting
home.
started here and we're about to introduce our guest speaker for this evening. So if everyone gives me one moment, I just want to make sure that we are in the right view here. I want to put this on speaker view so I'll be able to see any presentation that she puts up. Okay. And I believe that you can automatically share your screen when you need to, Lois.
I won't be sharing my screen because I didn't
Okay.
know that I'm not prepared to do that. I thought I
Okay.
sent it to you ahead of time. I'm so sorry I didn't prepare to
Oh,
have that.
that's okay.
Okay,
Well,
great.
so before we get started, I just want to say one of the greatest privileges that we have in serving in Rotary is that it continually introduces us to extraordinary people. I've met some extraordinary people since I've been dealing with Rotary over the last several years. Shannon has worked with some extraordinary Rotarians. Um, and it reminds us that hope is still alive in our world. So our guest this evening is one of those people. Lois Villa, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It's Villa like a house.
Okay, Villa.
Oh,
Okay, all
There
right.
okay.
you go. Perfect.
There you go. Lois
Get it.
Villa is the founder of an organization called Ever Mindful. Am I saying that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And it's a community that, from my research, it looks like she intentionally created it to help people feel connected, supported, encouraged, and reminded that they don't have to navigate life's challenges alone. Does that sound familiar, y'all? As I spent a
Girl.
little time learning more about Lois and what she's doing, something immediately caught my attention. And it wasn't simply the humanitarian work. It wasn't that she was involved in mental health. It wasn't even the size of the community that she's built, which is over 25,000 people, y'all. What stood out to me was something that was a lot deeper. And it's that she's intentionally created these spaces where people feel connected. I actually kind of sat at the back of the room on a couple of her shows, some that were recorded and listened in on some of them. So I was very impressed with that stuff. So she's created these environments where people feel seen, where they feel supported. And I read about her philosophy and I couldn't help but smile because that's exactly what we're trying to build, and she's already done it, but what we're trying to build right here in the global living room. Two different organizations, different paths, but a remarkably similar heart. So Lois has spent years building Ever Mindful and brought together those thousands of people centered and had conversations centered around wellness, encouragement, resilience, and hope. And in addition to that work, she's also deeply involved in humanitarian efforts supporting children in Zambia. So tonight, she's going to give us a glimpse into that journey. And one thing that I appreciate is that Lois is simply sharing information. She's sharing relationships. She's sharing stories, sharing people. I've had a chance to look over, some of her presentations. So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing that. And that's something that resonates deeply with this concept of the global living room because we believe people should come before projects. Relationships should come before agendas. And meaningful conversations have the power to change lives, but it's got to start with conversations, and people got to want to talk to you and want to be around you. So tonight, Lois has graciously agreed to give us about 15 minutes of her time to share her story. And after that, we're going to just, if she wants to, she doesn't have to, but if she wants to, we can ask a couple of questions. Or
Sure.
if you have a couple of questions, we're not going to do a traditional interview thing. We're just going to simply ask her to pull up a comfortable chair around our coffee table and we're going to have a conversation with her. Okay, y'all? So everybody give Lois a big welcome home.
Welcome
Welcome
home,
home.
Welcome
Lois.
Welcome home.
home.
Yeah, and when she's wrapping up, I would like to share the screen just to show you her the orphanage's
That's
Instagram
fabulous,
page.
Patty. You're the best. Thank you so much. So, I'm going to jump right in with telling you first a little bit about the foundation of where I come from. So, I worked for over 30 years for the state of Connecticut for the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. I worked in a psychiatric acute care facility in the dental clinic. I was a dental assistant, but I took a lot of behavioral health courses trying to get to know my patients very in depth. And we had a lot of people in the addiction program. So we had a wider range of mental health issues there. Not only that, but I dealt with my own mental health challenges with anxiety, right? So as I worked my way through the behavioral health profession, I kind of was phasing out of that and this thing came into my purview around COVID that's called Clubhouse. Well, it changed my life because I had this vision of being in there and creating community where we could all get together and help each other down the road with whatever we're struggling with. And so I started out Clubhouse with this idea I was going to go in and play sound healing in some rooms for people during COVID. That's what I was doing. And I would sit in a room by myself in this social media audio app with in another house that somebody had, and they were called clubs at the time, and playing sound healing just to give people a space and some mental health break. Well, it turned out that as you start to talk about things that matter to you and you story tell about yourself, people come in and learn from you and then begin to share and open. And we started to create a community that we would come every single day. We had rooms sometimes where we were together for 9 hours. Like we could do that because it was COVID at the time. No one was going anywhere, right? So it was a unique opportunity to build a community globally. We had people from Australia, the Philippines, Canada, all of that coming in and sharing all of these mental health issues that we were having and doing meditations and creating spaces of wellness and bringing awareness and reading books about personal development and spirituality out loud and having discussion groups. And as we grew, somebody brought to us a woman who was on Clubhouse, who they had known, and said, I know your group. This seems to be something your group may want to help us with. She's got some children she takes care of, and she doesn't have a stove. This was more than 5 years ago. So we started out holding a little fundraiser on Clubhouse for her, having people donate a little bit. And we did a variety show and we played music and we talked to people. And I kind of felt like I was Jerry Lewis at the Labor Day telethon, trying to, this big, trying to get this project done. That's what I'm feeling like now as we go down the line and we know that there's such a need with these children, everyday survival needs. One child is losing their sight for lack of certain diet and medicine that they don't have. The director is a young, very young, 30 something years old, caring for these children, and we've followed her progression throughout the years. Patty knows her. She comes in, she talks to everybody, she lets everybody know when she gets some money what she does with it, and she shares it on social media, and you can see where your money's going. And as I started to create this family with them, and the kids would come on and we'd talk to the kids and they'd, sing and they'd say hello in the background. We joined with other houses on Clubhouse to create a fund for her to try to get them an orphanage built so that they could go from thriving instead of from surviving, right? Getting them somewhere where they have a forever home. And so we started with raising money to buy them the land. They bought the land, they purchased the land legally, then, raising money to put borders up, because if you don't put borders up, then people will start to encroach on the land there. And then, now you've got to pour the foundation. Now you've got to get the barrier that's going to protect it during the rainy season. Now, we have all these steps. I was very naive in the beginning about what the power that I would have and what I could do, right? But I'm glad I was. I'm glad I was naive, because I think if I had really known how long it was going to take, I don't know if I would have, I think I would have kept going, but I'm glad I didn't know. And so as we go down the line, we're really stuck at this place where she's trying to move forward with building, but there are all these school needs and trying to get sponsors for people. So we've had several fundraisers. Portion of my proceeds, when I do have them, go to her. I'm having the In Real Life event, which is a mental health and wellness experience. So far I'm building that, and that, obviously is when you're building a business, you're going to take a loss at times, so there really hasn't been any profits. But I'm hopeful that as we build and grow our community and spread the word out in different areas, we'll get regular sponsors in for the kids for schooling needs and for their medicine, and certain amount of money sponsors each child a month, and maybe getting another project together to help build the orphanage. So we've built a community that really knows Chi Chi. We've built a family who can contact her at a moment's notice. We know that when we give her money, it goes right there. There's a current GoFundMe that's called Speak Up in Color, and it was begun by another person who was in Clubhouse. Her name was Julie Schindler, and she was on Clubhouse a lot, and she did a lot of rooms. She's a quadriplegic, and she's been helping, like, when funds come in, she's been donating those. I mean, not donating, matching those donations so that they could get over to the hump of the next thing that they need. So we've built this relationship over the years. Patty, has been in many of the fundraisers. One of them was 24 hours. Sometimes we have a fundraiser for them to have a holiday celebration so they can have things like meat, and real vegetables at their food for their food, and a little splurging where they can make, bread and things like that that they, normally can't have because those are expensive items, to buy and keep regularly for the kids. But I told Chi Chi that, we were in it to win it, and that, no matter what, I'm going to stick by her no matter where we go on this journey together, and, that she can count on us. But Patty has been privy to a lot of this and said, I think that I'd like you to come in and, like, chat a little bit about what you do in Clubhouse. And the focus of Ever Mindful really is, the mission is global oneness, unity. No matter where we are, all humans matter. And it doesn't matter who we're helping as long as we're helping someone. And I think that helping ourselves, especially on our own mental health journeys and all of that, ties into healthier humans will want to help create healthier humans down the road. So I did send Patty the presentation, and Willie as well, to go through. And if you want to take the slide through it, that's fine. You guys can also disseminate it to everybody so that people could have a discussion, take a look through it, and then maybe I could come back for a follow-up meeting with any questions you would have from it, because this was the first thing, that I looked at it really and put it together, where I made her break down like a budget so that people could really see where everything is going. She does have her own business that she tries to sustain as well, that helps bring some income in to the orphanage, but that's a very hit or miss right now. She's trying to revamp that a little bit so that she can get more traffic in, trying to find something that would be a little bit more turnover for profit. Right now it's a clothing store, like, and it's got its times where it's good and then there's no sales, so it's not a steady enough stream of income, but it does help them out. I'm going to pause there for a moment and see if Patty, if there was anything that I think that you think I might have left out. I've been talking for a bit. I'd go ahead.
I mean, I think that was a good start, and that's exactly what was the objective of inviting you to this meeting today. Because obviously, we could talk about it for 3 hours, right? Like you said, you had a 24-hour room. But sometimes when we're like, we want to help these people and that people, but who are these people? We could vouch that we've known Chi Chi and the orphanage for over 5 years, and it's been beautiful to follow the story and support. So I invite everybody here, if you're able to, not everybody's able to, but like $1, that's all I'm asking. If anybody is led to pay $1 to the GoFundMe that I just put in the chat, like that's like $1 plus another dollar. And I know we all have causes, right? We're also helping, the cause in Turkey. There's so many causes. I have my own orphanage, a group that is in Liberia, but right now we're talking about Zambia, and we want to help the world, right? That's why we're Rotarians. We want to help everybody, even here in our own homeland in the US of A. But being that Lois is our speaker, I invite anybody who is able to, or or at least share about it. And then if I may, Willie, if I could just share a screenshot of her Instagram, and I also put her Instagram. So at very least, if you're on social media, follow, because sometimes somebody sees who you're
Yep,
following and they're able to extend
that's
a
right.
helping hand. I have reoccurring payments. They're very minimal. I only do $10 a month because
Mhm.
that is suitable for me. But it's so beautiful to know that, like, it's making a difference feeding these kids. She's in her 30s. She helps 100 children. Brandy, you understand. A lot of us understand. But if I can share, Willie, just for a minute, the screen share.
Sure.
Go ahead and put that up. And I will also, say that if anybody doesn't know about Clubhouse or does and has been curious about it, I would say it is a very unique community there. You get to cultivate your own experience, and I think that it's a great way for us to reach across globally to bring understanding to everybody's different cultures. We have all different religions, we have all different backgrounds, all different people that join our community. They speak different languages. Some of them come in and don't know how to speak English, but they come in and listen anyway, right? To learn how to speak English. There's a lot of really great communities there that foster real and authentic friendships, which is what Patty and I have been able to cultivate over 3 or 4 years of knowing each other through a social media app. The thing that's unique about Clubhouse is that it's audio only, and that you can be doing pretty much anything you'd like to be doing while on mute, right? You could be in a room and be participatory on a stage or you could be on the stage and not participate, or you could be down in an audience and just listen like a podcast. But when you interact from so many people all over the world, you can't help but feel a little bit of hope that there's a oneness that is catching on now. And when you enter spaces like Patty's, where she's grown a community there on, grief through legacy, and she's got all of the rooms that she's done, you you allow people to come in and be vulnerable like you did today in the beginning of this of this meeting, was allowing people to open up and be vulnerable, that we're all human and we're all here just trying to help each other out. So that's why I wanted to come in. I wanted to bring people to the community that we have there. You always make connections. Where I'm on the East Coast, I'm in Connecticut, I'm halfway between New York and Boston. So if anybody's in this area, Patty's going to be speaking at our real life event that's the end of September, which is a mental health and wellness experience. So our mission is to really focus on helping us heal ourselves, right? Mind, body, spirit, all of those things put together in a safe environment that you can feel like I'm going to stop talking now.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
I could
definitely going
talk
to
the dog
share.
off a meat truck.
Yeah, we're definitely going to share this in our WhatsApp group and continue to follow up with it as we go forward. And I thank you for letting us know about your cause. And I'm sure that there are some people in here who might want to participate. So we'll continue to share and educate everyone on everything that's going on with your project. So
thank you.
I was going to give just a couple of minutes here for some questions. And I think I maybe just have one question, and I'm going to have somebody else help me to decide what question I'm going to ask, because I came up with 15 and I'm going to choose one. So I'm going to ask, let's see, uh, Marlon, give me a number from 1 to 15. That'll be the question that I ask her.
9.
9? Okay. All right. So, Lois, I'm going to ask you a question that you probably don't normally get when it comes to your projects and everything, because I wanted it to be an interesting thing. Um, Question number 9 on my list here is, if the children that you're dealing with in the orphanage that you guys are supporting could ask Rotary Club one question, what do you think that they would ask us?
The children.
The children, yeah.
What would the
Just something.
children ask? I think that the children would ask what it would be like to have a space that they could call home. Like what it's like for all of us to have a space that, because they see me sometimes when we've been in Zoom, and they see that I have the space that I have in the home, right? And I think that they would probably ask that. They would ask what it was like to have some of safety and security.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we'll have everyone come up with some questions later on within the WhatsApp group, and we'll get those sent over to you. And if you want, we can actually add you to the group so you can continue the communication there as
Sure.
well.
That would be great. And if you have any questions, after you have discussion and you look through the presentation, and I know that there's nothing that that's gonna, come out of this particular and at the end of this meeting. But if you have further questions and I don't have the answers to those, I can get those questions to the director, Chi Chi, and she is very responsive right away with, if I don't know the answer, she will know the answer. It's a registered orphanage. I did have the copy of the registration in the presentation, but she asked me specifically to take it out. I have it myself, but because she's afraid of sharing, and that those can be copied and then it's been done where they've been put onto other certificates, she's just very wary of protecting, the
Right.
certificate that she has in her physical possession. But I have a physical copy. I mean, not a physical copy, but a copy of it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for agreeing to let us see that if we need to see that.
You bet.
So everybody, I encourage you to think up some questions for later on, maybe, and then we can always put those in the WhatsApp group once I admit Lois to the group, and then continue our discussion there. So
That's
now,
awesome.
Willie,
just
may I just add one thing too? Not like I said, I just want to reshare. Not everybody's able to donate or feel safe to donate, but it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's just your time or talent. So it's either time, talent, or treasure. You could give a heart, you could give a like, you could talk about it, you could volunteer. There's many ways to pay it forward. So I just wanted to recap that. Thank you.
thanks, Patty. Yeah.
Thank you,
So we're gonna move.
everybody.
Thank you. We're gonna move into our next segment here, which is the segment that I call Things Unseen. And for those of you who haven't been here before, last meeting 2 weeks ago, our Things Unseen segment, it basically just covers acts of service that happen in other places, and it doesn't get the media coverage that it probably should get. Some phenomenal things happen in the world, and last meeting we watched them have they were producing movies about the struggles that they went through, escaping some of the horrors that happened in that country. So today's Things Unseen, which is, like I said, a brief storytelling segment. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys here because it's got to do with Rotary and some things that Rotary is really well known for, that I know that Rotary is well known for it. I just don't know a lot about it. Rotary is the single most effective organization in the world when it comes to eradicating polio. They were the catalyst to it happening around the world. And there are only two countries in the world right now, I believe it's Pakistan and Afghanistan, where polio is still endemic. And now Rotary has their lasers set on those areas right there. So that's extremely impressive that they're not, because what we know as medical practitioners, there's some of us here in the room. What we know as practitioners is that there's no money in the cures. So the money comes from all the medicine that they pump into everybody. So Rotary has been going around curing polio everywhere. Now, the reason why that's so important to me right now is not because Rotary did it, it's because, and I'm just going to be frank here, I'm an African American. I didn't know what Rotary was, anything about Rotary, until I got introduced to it a few years ago. Most people in my community don't know about it. But do y'all know that polio would have been delayed by about 5 to 10 years if it wasn't for what happened at Tuskegee Institute? and Black doctors, Black nurses, Black scientists helped to keep this thing going. So I'm going to play some stuff that I found on the Rotary website. I'm going to share my screen with you because we don't even know about this organization that we were such a big part of helping to eradicate polio. When during the time when this was happening, doctors at certain hospitals wouldn't even see African Americans. Yet we were essential to helping this cause move forward. So I'm going to share that with you. It's a 1.5 minute 30-second video, I believe it is. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and pull that up for you real quick. I think I have it up. Let me just have it started already. So, okay, yeah, there's two 1.5 minute videos. So I'll share this first one first. This is just gonna talk about. Give me 1 second. I'll share it with you. Happening. I just wanted it to start so I'll know where to pick it up at. Okay, sharing screen now. Share the audio. And we'll share that particular video first. This is a 1.5 minute video, also 90-second video. And it's going to just talk about a little bit about what I just talked about.
Right now, at this very moment, there's a movement happening. See, Rotary sparked an idea that was once unthinkable, ridding the world of a horrible disease, polio. A global community of scientists, advocates, governments, and health workers, people all doing their part to beat the unbeatable, track the untraceable, reach the unreachable. And it's all happening right now, people. This part of history belongs to everybody, so tell everybody, near, far, young, and old, that it will take everybody. Because legacies aren't forged overnight. Making history isn't instant. In the decades since Rotary and its partners started this journey, billions of children have been protected from polio. But we still have work to do. And this part's on us. All of us. Part-time, full-time, full stop. Right now, no breaks, no indifference. You and me. Because polio isn't unstoppable. We are. Together, we end polio.
So I just wanted to start with that particular video. Let me go ahead and stop it.
See, Rotary's
Before I showed you this video. And this video talks about Tuskegee. So for me to not know about Rotary and then find this out, I'm extremely proud to have seen it. So let me go ahead and share that screen. Give me 1 second here. I'll get back into the meeting, share screen. And this is another 1.5 minute video, but it just talks about what they did at Tuskegee.
It's not possible to rewrite history. The facts don't change, but the stories we celebrate can and should. Here on campus of Tuskegee University, a historically Black university in Alabama, Rotary members commissioned a statue commemorating the Infantile Paralysis Center.
The Infantile Paralysis Hospital was built in 1940, a facility where Blacks from all over the country could come for treatment and rehabilitation as it dealt with polio. It was a hospital that was started by Negroes and staffed and run completely by Negroes, for Negroes.
From the moment the center opened its doors until its closing, it treated hundreds of children and adults with polio. For Rotary, ending polio is a flagship initiative. Today, there are only 2 remaining polio endemic countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan.
I've been in Rotary for many, many years, but I never knew the Tuskegee story related to polio, so we had to do something to share what happened in Tuskegee.
That statue, to me, depicts courage by all the parties involved. Depicts to me the faith of the person receiving health care. and they have loyalty in terms of, I'm going to Tuskegee to be taken care of.
That statue has so many important meanings. The fact that Dr. Chanel did not stand above the child, he came down to the child's level. And that is important. Whenever you're dealing with community, it's a partnership. It's building a relationship.
Back in the 40s and 50s, we know that things were not equal. And what we're trying to do is show the black researchers and doctors and physicians and nurses here on campus the impact they made.
It's important to keep the history of Black innovation alive because a lot of people don't realize that we did it in the first place.
This reminds us that everyone has a role in progress and that together we end polio.
So that's our things unseen moment.
It's not possible.
Let me go ahead and stop that because I have it on
Don't change.
continuous play. It's just something that I wanted to share because I know about Rotary and polio and how it's been eradicated around the world based on a lot of what Rotary has done. I just didn't know that we played a significant part in keeping it going. There was a study that they could not have done if it had not been allowed to be done at that Tuskegee lab that they were discussing in that video. I just did some independent research outside of that. So what they say is that the eradication of polio could have taken another 10, 15 years if that had not happened. So something, I have a lot of family in here who obviously, like I don't know what Rotary is or what Rotary was about, what Rotary does. And so we're just slowly trying to bring everyone along to let them know. First, we cultivate the people, and then we start moving towards projects. And just to let you know that we've been doing this for a very long time. We've been essential to a lot of things that have happened in Rotary. We just don't know about it. It doesn't get advertised. So that's the end of that things unseen segment. And now, if anybody has any questions or want to speak on that, you can do that right now as I get everything prepped for the very last part of what we're going to be doing today. Anybody want to talk about that for a minute? Have an opinion on it?
Well, I appreciate the history. I'm a history buff, so it's really great to know the history, So thank you for education.
Awesome.
Yes. And
Okay.
I'd just like to say, your last summary there was about Rotary, and I'm one of the ones who didn't really understand Rotary. I'm just the type of guy who looks for an organization to participate in, and then I go for that. Not really building anything or attaching myself to any organization. So I'm interested to see how I can participate in Rotary and what's the ultimate goal here. That's it. So, but thank you guys for having me here. Also,
thank you for that moment, Thomas. We appreciate you speaking up. Anybody else before I move on? Because we're going to do something else fun here too, just for a minute before we get ready to close out. I'm going to try to keep us on time. I came up with this new concept, and I'm trying some things out because I'm trying to create community. I'm trying to, make it to where we enjoy being around each other and that we have fun at these meetings. And so I came up with this concept that I think some of you may appreciate. I know I'm the type of person who appreciates this type of thing, and it's called a digital time capsule. And it's something I'm really good about keeping videos stored. I have footage Thomas can tell you, I have footage from the 80s of family at Christmas, dinner at their mom's house, my mother-in-law. So I'm creating a digital time capsule, and it's, I think it's something that could survive over 100 years. And so tonight we're going to do that. We're going to imagine that exactly 100 years from today, somebody is going to discover this digital time capsule. And what's going to be in it? It's going to be you. They're not going to need to know your profession. They don't need to know your name. They don't need to know where you live. They just need a message from you. So if you could leave any one message for somebody living in the year 2126, 100 years from now, what would you want them to know? So to do that, we're going to have a couple of rules. Everybody has a voice. Everybody participates. So no spectators this evening in Global Living Room. We all need to be in this time capsule, this digital time capsule. Every voice matters. You don't have to be a great speaker. Just come up with something. You don't have to come up with nothing profound. Just a simple message that you think somebody would appreciate 100 years from now. And then you got maybe 30 seconds to a minute to do that message. We want to try to, be mindful of the time. Short and meaningful usually always leaves greater impact anyway. And we're going to all begin this message the same way. To the person discovering this message 100 years from now. Something similar to that. You don't have to memorize that exactly, but you want to talk to that person that's going to see this message then. And you want to speak to the future. You're talking to somebody in 2126. I mean, what was 100 years before now? I mean, there was still horses and buggies and stuff, right? Was that? Yeah. No, that would have. Yeah, I think so. Am I right? I don't know. But yeah, 100 years ago, what would they have been saying to us that would have been profound and mattered to us from back then? So think along those lines. It could be funny. There's no wrong answers. It could be serious. It could be inspirational. It could be spiritual, philosophical, practical, personal. As long as it's authentic and it's you. Not only is it leaving a gift for the future, but it's also giving us a gift and letting us get to know each other a little bit more. What you're thinking about, what your personality is, you don't have to explain what you're saying to anybody. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to debate it. Just give a message to the future. And then for everybody else, I want you to listen like a historian. While everybody else is speaking, just imagine that you're the person that's 100 years in the future, where AI and the robots then all took over. Just imagine you're the person listening to this digital time capsule 100 years from now. And if you're having an issue where you can't think of anything, just tell me I can't think of anything and I'll give you something real quick because I got a bunch of them just lined up for anybody who can't imagine what they would say to somebody in the future. So after we do that, we'll be finishing up the end of the meeting. So we're going to start. Or if anybody wants to volunteer to start, I'll do it that way. But if not, I'll just go down my list here on the side. Anybody want to volunteer to start?
Yeah, I'll start with it.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go with Marlon.
If you were looking at me 100 years into the future, I would tell you the most important thing is stay true to yourself, your family, and your friends, and always keep your faith. That would be my message.
Thank you for that message, Marlon. Okay, the next on my screen I see, and she raised her hand right at the same time, Marlon, was Brandy.
All right. To the person seeing this message 100 years from now, my message would be to embrace change. It's not always bad. It's okay. And learn to always show love and be a person with a heart to serve because you never know where you'll be in life when you need that. So be that person that you would want someone to be for you. And that'd be my message.
Thank you, Brandy. Next on my screen is Teresa.
My hope for people that are around 100 years from now is that we continue to value the worth of human beings.
Thank you, Teresa. I have Mr. Denton. Richard, you're next on my screen.
The fact that you are around is wonderful because we are faced currently with climate change and nuclear weapons, which are threatening our extinction. And we as Rotarians are working to prevent that. But Unfortunately, governments are not listening. Hopefully, we can work and solve these problems so that you are around.
Well, thank you for that profound message, Richard. Thomas, what's your message for 100 years in the future?
My message would be to the person discovering this video is to never discount from the smallest to the largest things that you might do for someone, because they'll always remember that. And no matter what it is that you do for them, it'll bring them something of value.
Thank you for that message, Thomas. Davian, what do you have for 100 years in the future?
I would say from the Bible, seek God first, and everything else will be added to you. Owe no man nothing but to love him. Don't sweat the small stuff. And when you think about it, it's all small stuff.
Amen. Okay, Arthur, Mr. Lewis, what do you have for the people 100 years in the future?
For 100 years in the future, I
Yeah.
would say that if you're listening to this, just know that all the benefits that you are enjoying are because of generations of people willing to work together, their smart minds, their determination, just a strong sense of community. And if things aren't as well as we hoped 100 years from now, don't blame us because we tried.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Auntie Edwina, what is your message for people 100 years in the future? And if Uncle Al wants to give one, he can give one too if he's feeling up to it. You have to unmute. You're still muted. Okay, you're unmuted now. Oh, now you're muted again.
Look like she's
It
double
keeps,
tapping.
yeah, you
Okay.
may be double tap. There you go.
Okay. Well, if you've run across this today, just know that I double tapped and I was unmuting, but don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up. You know what? It's 100 years from now, from this day that I recorded this, but I happen to be taking care of a 104-year-old,
Wow.
and I even asked her, what is it that you would tell somebody? And she said, never lose your faith in God. She said, a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord. So you know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. But trust him because he'll be there with you. The other thing I would like to say is date only one person at a time. When you woke up today was there waiting for you, excited, got all kind of gifts for you. But if you're hanging out with yesterday, because he's going to try and get your attention from today because he's jealous, right? Don't hang out with yesterday. He got whatever happened yesterday. And don't hang out with tomorrow because tomorrow's going to say, but what if, and if then we could, and we could. Uh-uh. Stay with today, baby. Today loves you. Enjoy this moment, enjoy today, and watch it just open up. It's a flower waiting that only blooms one day, and it's for you. Peace.
Thank you for that. I got Shannon on my list next. You're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Hear me?
You're having, yeah, now we can hear you.
You can?
Yes.
You can hear me. Well, I would say to the future, whoever reads this letter, I would say be kind to each other, live well, love deeply, and just leave the world a better place than when you found it.
Okay, thank you. Patty, what do you have for the people 100 years in the future?
Well, this message to 100 years from today. First of all, say hi to my great grandchildren. And remember, Your imagination is the passport that can take you anywhere, even when your body is still.
Awesome. Quanta, what do you have? Do you have a message for people 100 years in the future?
I ask their forgiveness for our failures that might have hindered them from progressing even further. And hopefully they'll have better wisdom than we are in our world right now. And there will be no more wars and no more weapons and waste of money on killing each other instead of helping each other to develop and use our God-given talents and help humanity progress.
Awesome. And I guess that leaves me for last. And I want to give you guys a profound moment for the people 100 years in the future. If you're coming across this, and come in closer, it's very important. Better out than in.
What?
And find the secret place.
Oh no. Oh no.
And don't do it loud.
Where's my goodbye?
I mean, you gotta be real with them, right? It's 100 years. Nobody's gonna stop doing that.
This is the front porch. Where strangers become family.
Y'all thought I was gonna come in.
Okay. Al wants to say something. Al wants to say something.
Okay, Al. You were supposed to come in there before me, Al.
I'm just gonna say, you can't legislate love. Everyone have to examine their own heart and make a determination that they're gonna love unconditionally.
There you go. Well, I think that's a better way to end it.
The dunker.
So everybody, thank you. I think she might have left already, but I want to leave it on recording because this is going to be on YouTube as well. Thank you to our guest Lois. Thank you to the children who might see this in Zambia. We are going to try to be there for you as best as we can. Thank you to everybody who came to sit in the Global Living Room this evening and who sat around the coffee table and shared with us. This week reminded me, this entire week, because it's been a week for me. This week reminded me once again why our philosophy isn't just something that we say. Sometimes the greatest impact we make isn't in a room full of people. Sometimes it's just showing up for one person. So thank you all for helping create this safe space, this safe place where the kind of love that we're trying to create grows, so that we want to be around each other, so that we want to assist each other as we go out to assist the world. People before projects. All right, y'all have a good evening, and I will see y'all at the next Global Living Room. Peace.
All right.